Keisto agel go ichotan bunu county nebo Bomet ko en kasarata ni gorta nebo borora nebo Jamhuri de go nitan buga imoj kondo ji President William Ruto igorta ne kagiyai en kiwanjet not nebo Nyayo Stadium nemiten en county nebo Nairobi nitan go igorta not nebo iboinjin emoni gatyang natet kabon kaindo natet not nebo giblela chega onetilet nebo ganyeni bo igoritana ko notan nebo ko kiganap toinde tutu ke bag Ruto natet en emoni kotinge nganalet na President William Ruto ko mo gole kondo ikegitayak bigap emoni chikiborchige gatyang natet ko kimetochi emoni kainet nemie legi miti president kole gatyang natet ko kimagotinye ki ngandana nandagi maimuch kowal sabet nebo bigap emoni.
Today, fellow citizens, history turns its gaze upon us and asks, faced with the challenges of our time, have we stepped up as they did? When he took the oath of office, Mzee Jomo Kenyatta warned us that independence would mean nothing if it did not improve the daily lives of ordinary citizens. Tom Mboya reminded the nation that the greatest struggle, and indeed the hardest struggle, was not political independence alone, but development itself, the economic empowerment of our people, and the unlocking of their full potential. They stood and they understood that freedom was only the beginning, that the deeper battle would be against poverty that chains potential, against disease that steals opportunity, and against ignorance that dims human possibility. And so today, we are gathered to mark Jamhuri Day. We do more than remember history. We honor the architects of our nation for giving us the first great watershed period in our nation building, political independence. Just as the first generation rejected colonial domination and set out to confront the new enemies of poverty, disease, and ignorance in all their forms, they discovered that independence did not amount to freedom in its full and fullest sense. Along independent Kenya's history, power became centralized, dissent was silenced, competition was crushed, fear replaced hope. Once again, however, Kenyans rose, and from their struggle emerged the agitation for democracy, human rights.
Kabaisen kasarata President William Ruto go last tutuki ga moch kosudan serikali tineba Kenya kwanza misingo en sector not nebo somanet ak sector nebo tililinda ole moyagole ago yeni go ga moch ko serikali tineba emoni kobon ministry nebo somanet ko ne tikito 1070 aglo ole takinge en kenyit na yone ge serikali tikito 1000 bagol agenge moyagole tokinge ni tange gergele ga moch ke bostile tapke en classes sega je terter chebo emoni ole agot ko non tingo moyagole gi ga moch kora go nyor gelchina kipsomani ne kebo chimi sukulu sike babara wanted to Lela, not a new funding model.
3 years ago, education was in distress. Classrooms were overcrowded. Many universities were technically insolvent, and teachers were overwhelmed. Today, we have hired 76,000 teachers, and by next month, a total of 100,000 teachers, the largest recruitment of teachers in Kenya's history. We have built 23,000 new classrooms, and 1,600 laboratories are under construction across the nation. Importantly, through the student-centered funding model, we placed the learner at the heart of our reforms. For the first time in our history, scholarships and loans now follow need and merit, ensuring that every deserving student has a chance and a just and equal opportunity to pursue their dreams. Nearly 500,000 students have already benefited from this funding model. Students who, under previous systems, would have been excluded by policies that failed to recognize them. This reform has lifted the financial burden from families and enabled students to choose courses that align with their talents, with their aspirations, and with the needs of our nation. Our healthcare, we have another irrevocable decision that no Kenyan should be too poor to live. For decades, universal health care was spoken of, but in our time, it is being actualized. We engaged 110,000 community health promoters who are now reaching millions who were once excluded, forgotten, and without access.